First guest you know from the movies Get Out, Judas and the Black Messiah, and other films of note. You can see him now alongside Eric Andre and Tiffany Haddish in the very funny new prank movie Bad Trip. It is on Netflix now. Please welcome Lil Rel Howery. Thanks for coming. And hey, also...
I'm just taking this in.
Take it in, yes. You look good. You look very sharp.
Thank you.
And thank you for filling in as guest host for me over the summer. I think you did a fantastic job. You really did. You did a great job.
But you know what's funny, Jimmy? I literally keep looking at people. It's like I feel like I haven't seen people in a place in the world. I'm like, y'all good? Everybody good?
You know, it's funny, these particular people, I think, were nervous the last time they saw you, because this is our staff, because when you did the monologue, you wouldn't tell anyone what you were going to say.
Yeah.
Which, you know, usually there's a sharing process that goes on.
It felt like, I remember when I walked in to do it, it felt like everybody really was watching, like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, because usually everybody kind of collaborates on the monologue, but you came in and you spoke very beautifully about what was going on in the world at that time, and it was much more personal, I think, than anything that had happened all summer long.
And I didn't write it.
You did just spoke, yeah, you just said it.
I think what happened was I talked to somebody earlier, one of my friends, and I just talked to them and like, this is what I think I'm gonna go with. And then I just wanted to speak from the heart. You know, we was all sitting at home. And, you know, yeah, I know I can be hilarious, but that moment didn't feel like that. And then also, too, like, you know, I lost my auntie to COVID. And
you did,
I just wanted to just speak. It was just a lot going on, and I just wanted to be honest. So thank you for giving me the platform to do that.
Well, thank you for doing it. You mentioned your aunt. You posted something about her. Rhoda was her name, right?
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about your...
She was the matriarch of our family and our historian. So like every Thanksgiving, that's who I would sit with just to learn about stuff I didn't know. And she'd be having like old church anniversary programs and just all this stuff. But she was our historian. But I love that she was always fascinated by, you know, me doing this. You know, so like, you know, there's pictures like of my family showing up to my premieres I do in Chicago with Lil Rel shirts on, because I got like a crazy supportive family. And, but man, she was just dope, and just one of the smartest people I've ever met. And, you know, the reason why I was able even to speak like I did is because of my family, the way I grew up. You know, my first protest, I think I was like 10, and it was doing Desert Storm. She started a group in Chicago, Mothers Against Desert Storm. Like, she was on the cover of People Weekly one week, where holding my cousin's picture when he was at the war. So like, that's always been in me, to be really honest. So shout out to the Howery Hatch family. I love y'all so much.
She planted that seed within you.
Yeah.
Wow. When was the last time you were in front of a live audience?
You know, it's crazy. Like, all this is different now, bro. Like, but it felt good. It's weird too, because I think I don't care what people think no more. So like, even if people here not, like, even with just stand-up, I literally block everybody out now. So it's whatever I think is funny. I mean, if you laugh, it's on you. But if not, I don't care.
Is that from being alone?
I think so. I mean, look, during quarantine, it was kind of look, because I had the kids with me at first, but we didn't think this was gonna last. So remember, we wasn't sure. I left my luggage in Atlanta. I was shooting a movie. I'm like, I'll be back in a couple weeks. And then you start sitting there like, oh, no, I think I need to get my stuff. And, because I left all my stuff there.
How old are the kids?
The kids are 12, 11, and 4.
Okay.
So they was in Georgia. The oldest two, the little one is in Chicago. But then everybody was gone, so I was at home by myself. So all I had was me and the Peloton. It was me.
You do look good. Is that what happened?
Man, I went crazy. Like, the Peloton is that's a competitive community. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, people really care about being on that lead. I don't care about the leaderboard like that. I just want to feel good, right? But you know, I got a homegirl. She's pregnant. She's 9 months pregnant. She be blowing me out the water. She be talking crazy. I'm like, fam, I don't want to. Lady, you stop. You know what I mean? Like, I want to compete with you. But I was lonely. Not Jimmy. I was literally, when I tell you, I was FaceTiming my kids, and they be like, okay, Daddy. I'm like, no, could y'all stay on the phone? Just put it down. I started like laying in their bed. They're like, Dad, are you in our room? Yes, okay, I'm by myself. You know?
That's when you know you're lonely, when you're
He just
laying
laying in
on
a little kid's
stuffed
bed.
animals. Yeah.
No, it's all true. That's what I did. Because we got the Baby Yoda. Me and Baby Yoda slept a lot of nights together.
I heard that you recorded a comedy album.
Yes.
Now this is just an album. It's not a video.
Just an
thing?
album, yeah.
Just an album. That's do people even do that anymore?
I'm such an old school throwback type of guy, and you know, some of my favorite comedians outside the specials they did, it's those albums, man.
What are some of your favorite comedy albums as a kid?
Richard Pryor, we can go any of his albums. Moms Mabley, Red Fox, but Eddie Murphy is who I would listen to most of the time. 'Cause it's stuff that Eddie Murphy didn't do on Delirious and Raw that's just album form. That's some of the best bits you'll ever hear. Like that's where he do the bit where he get hit by a car, the dude see it like, oh my God, oh, he got hit by a car, oh, you shoot, that whole thing. I hate doing other people's jokes. I can't do it. I'm terrible at it. But yeah, I had literally a best of Eddie Murphy tape I used to listen to every day in high school.
Have you met Eddie Murphy?
Nah.
You've not?
Nah, it's the weirdest thing, because I'm like a huge Eddie Murphy. And then we all know the same. He just did a movie with one of my best friends, Jermaine Fowler. That's like, what about, like, I haven't met Eddie. I don't know why I ain't met Eddie Murphy yet. I done met his kids, I met his ex-wife. I ain't met Eddie Murphy.
When Jermaine told you that he was going to be in that movie playing Eddie Murphy's son, were you jealous?
Well, yeah, no, because I knew me and Jermaine were both. That's how we became friends, because when I first met Jermaine, he irritated me. Like, I was like annoyed by him, because I'm an older dude, you know what I mean? He's a younger guy. Like, we did a Live a Color reboot, and I remember they gave us our per diem, and I'm like, I got to send this money home to my family, right? I got kids. You know, he was like, well, let's get some Xboxes. I'm like, what? You irresponsible, you know what I mean? Like, I got responsibilities. But we came together because I saw him on stage, and I loved his stage, and we both had a crazy, I don't want to say obsession, but with Eddie Murphy. And we talked about Eddie all the time. So when he got there, I was actually really proud. When I was watching the movie, I was so happy for him. I'm like, dude, this is insane.
Will he introduce you to Eddie already? That was been
I
like a year.
don't know why I ain't met Eddie Murphy yet. I'd have met everybody else but Eddie Murphy. Okay? I'd have met Robert Townsend. I'd have met Keenen Ivory Wayans. I'd have met Damon. I'd have met everybody but Eddie Murphy. That is weird to me at this point.
Well, you have to have something to look forward to. How would you approach Eddie if you met him?
Well, you know what I want to do? I want to pitch to him what I think the Beverly Hills Cop reboot should be.
Oh, well, he'll love that. That's the best way to get in his good graces.
Yeah.
Is immediately start pitching him a project.
Like, anyway, look, so let's do Beverly Hills Cop. Because you know what? You know why I wouldn't do that? Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk to him again. So it's like, I got to get everything out of the way. So first of all, I looked up to you. Sometimes I cried. It's like, because I always picture me meet Eddie Murphy like, this is going to sound crazy. Like, if you remember the movie Malcolm X with Denzel Washington, Malcolm X, Denzel's character, meet Elijah Muhammad for the first time and just crying. I'm scared when I meet Eddie Murphy.
That might happen.
That's what's going to happen. He's going to be a nice guy. This is going to be my lips shaking. And
I think,
brother, you ain't got to cry. I'm sorry, man. I didn't know I was going to meet you yet.
You know, we should workshop this meeting, because you will meet him at one point. Now, I think it's wrong to pitch him right away. I think crying, by the way, crying might be the way to go. He may say, wow, this guy really likes me.
What if I pitch and cry? Like,
oh, that's good. That's good, too.
You know, I came up with a concept with, instead of Axel Foley's son, Detective Todd, who used to curse you out, I'm his son, and you have to be Detective Todd, and I become the cop. Anyway, I'm glad to meet you.
Lil Howery is with us. We'll be right back.
So it's starting.
What happened?
I'm stuck. I'm sinking. Wait a minute. Go get some butter. Let me out the thing.
That is Lil Howery in Bad Trip, which is on Netflix, which is so funny. It is a very funny movie, and I'm very particular when it comes to prank movies. And I think Eric Andre was on this show promoting the release of this film in like 2008. It seems like this movie has been coming out now for like a decade or something.
That's why I feel like we all in shock. Like me, Tiffany, and Eric have been FaceTiming each other this weekend, especially like now with #1 and all this other stuff. We was like, so yeah, it's out, right? Because it just kept switching. It kept switching dates, and then it was going to the movie theaters, and Netflix got it, and man, just shout out to everybody watching it. I've been getting so much love.
It's very funny.
Yeah.
How long were you in the porta potty? How many times did you have to do that?
Let me tell you something about the porta potty prank. when you think about a poor, you just automatically disgust. I remember like, I was like kind of throwing up and they thought I was acting like, man, them throwing up sounds is like, you genius. I'm like, no, that makes sounds. I'm really sick in here. Like, because I don't care how many times they cleaned it, it's still a porta potty.
Yeah,
Like traditionally, you just know what a porta potty, I was in there just like, ah. And everybody, oh my God, he's a genius, man. Rail is in there acting his butt. I'm like, no, I'm disgusted. I knew it, because I knew it was fake. I knew the poop was fake, but it was still like, I was like so, I might be traumatized, to be honest with you.
Was that the worst moment from shooting that movie?
Nah, the worst moment came the first day was when, the first prank we did, first day, me and Eric had, the Chinese figure trap thing. We was connected.
Right. But not with fingers.
No, it was,
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
yeah, well,
Yes.
you get it.
Like Siamese twins joined in the strangest way possible.
Yes, not from the side, from the front. And so we trap. We go. I'm telling them, we get to the hood. I said, fam, I don't think y'all can't be pranking hood black people like this. They not gonna react right. They're like, real, come on, calm down. I said, all right, you'll see. So we get to this barbershop. They sent us to the wrong barbershop, so our security wasn't even in there. I don't know what this brother was talking about before we came in the shop, because the energy, it felt like he was like, hey man, let somebody walk in here with their things connected. So we see what I do. Like, it felt like he had that conversation with somebody.
He was ready.
Because when we walked in there, we was real nice about it. Hey, excuse me, sir, do you have any? Man, what y'all doing, man? He went crazy, started looking for a gun. He couldn't find it. That's what he told us. He grabbed a knife, chased us out the barbershop. I disconnect from him. I'm like, I'm done with this. I fall to the ground. I fall under the car. They stop him. Our security guy come out. I know this Wesley Snipes security guard we had. He just came out of nowhere, disarmed him. And then, after that, the dude was enraged. But afterwards, he's like, oh, this a movie? Oh, man, I was gonna kill y'all. Crazy, right? That's a movie, man. It's just a movie. Let me tell you something, but I went straight to the hotel from the set. I still had the stuff on. I looked nasty because I still had the trap on, but I'm just walking. I told everybody, I said, I quit, I'm done, I'm not doing this no more. I'm an actor. I never even called myself an actor before. I am an actor. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. So I called Tiffany up, venting about it. Tiffany's laughing the whole time. That irritates you. Somebody, you try to be real with them, and they just laugh, so you get mad, like, so let me get out of here. You take care. But she called Eric after that, like, Eric, yo, did you almost get Rail murdered? He's like, yeah, I know, I feel terrible. She's like, what, terrible? I want to be in the movie. I love this, you know what I mean?
Oh,
and that is how that happened.
That's how she wound up in the movie?
Yes, because we had lost our lead. She had another project.
Wow.
Literally that phone call. They like, yo, Tiffany wants to do it.
Well, it all came together quite nicely, and I highly recommend. It is #1 on Netflix. It's called Bad Trip. Lil Rel Howery, everybody. We'll be right back with Wyatt Russell. Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, click the subscribe button, and if you didn't like it, well, you hurt my feelings.